I need everybody to be named properly. It looks like everybody's good. Antonio, I need you to fix you. So you say Antonio Parker when you come on. I know you're connecting. I want to just take a minute and discuss with you guys your discussion posts. It was very disappointing to me, I'll be honest with you, looking at them. So what most of you did was go onto the internet, cut and paste signs and symptoms, and cut and paste education. I went to your sources and I saw word for word. So I am not going to fail you at this point, but what I am going to do for the entire class is extended for another 2 days. Midnight on Thursday will be your last due date. If I see anyone cutting and pasting off the internet, just so you guys know, that's plagiarism and it will fail you. So I don't want you to fail. So what I want you guys to do is take the next 2 days, go through your papers, go through those discussion posts, and you make sure that those are in your own words, because a lot of you did not. I will commend the one student who got 20 out of 20. Your paper was fantastic. In your own words, showed me, understood the material, you referenced properly. So if you got 20 out of 20 on your discussion, that was one student in the entire class. So if you were that student, thumbs up to you, you did awesome. And I'm really proud of you for that. The rest of you, I will tell you that there were grades in there and I was very, very, very sad by that. I thought I was pretty clear on our first night. I have zero tolerance for plagiarism and cutting and pasting off the internet. Just so you guys are aware, it's very clear to me when you're using your own wording and when you're using the wording off an internet, particularly CDC, because I know how they write, and particularly off of the Mayo Clinic, because I know how they write. So I'm telling you, if you're not referencing and you're not putting in, when you write something and you put in parentheses, that site and the date, if you are cutting and pasting, that is plagiarism. So I cannot tolerate that, nor can Fortis. So I will tell you.
I wasn't even graded.
Yep, because I stopped grading. Because every single paper I read was the same thing.
Well, I didn't copy and paste anything, and mine's not even
Okay,
graded.
well, Tiffany,
so
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue about it. So I stopped grading. So meaning I don't know if you did.
I was just asking a question. Why are you so aggressive? I'm just asking a question.
Because it's very disappointing to have a class of students that just cuts and pastes on the internet. Tiffany, I'm not saying you did. I promise you. I did not say that. What I said is that the bulk of you did, so I stopped grading. So if you didn't, I apologize, Tiffany. I don't mean to be defensive, and I apologize. It's just disheartening to me because you guys are this far along in the program. So if you weren't graded, and half of them were not graded, I didn't even look at them because I stopped looking. So if you did what you were supposed to do and you did it ethically, then I have no question. Barbara, you have your hand up. Do you mean to have your hand up?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Erica.
So mine wasn't graded either, but I didn't copy and paste anything, but I feel like you could think that I did. So are you going to grade them or should I just?
So no, I'm going to hold off and give everybody 2 extra days.
Okay.
So if you think in any way, shape, or form that you might have cut and pasted off the internet, this is your opportunity to fix it.
For the ones that you did grade, like for example, mine's is graded.
Yep.
And when I'm looking at the rubric, like the points that are filled out, they say like it's depth of understanding, detail, full points, that stuff. So in regards to the plagiarism, because I have a comment saying there's sites that are not APA. So when fixing that, I need to go back into the body and just add in that in-text citation in regards to those.
Yeah, so let me just explain to you. A lot of you put websites in there that aren't legitimate websites. So if you click on them, there's nothing there. It just says the page not found. So double check your websites, make sure you're cutting and pasting properly. Okay.
Okay.
Some of the websites, I don't know yours particularly, Ariel. I really don't. I just totally didn't pay attention at all. I was grading and said, I'm not even going to grade anymore because I want to give you guys the benefit of the opportunity, meaning I'm sure you didn't mean to do it. And so that's why I want you guys to look it over. Like I said, there was one student that did it and got a 20 out of 20. That person, I would not go back and redo it because you did a fantastic job. And I told you that in my comments. Okay, but if you got anything lower than a 20 out of 20, or ungraded, I would just go back and look at it. It just was really, you guys, I was very disappointed, I have to be honest with you, because I think at this point in our careers, we should know that cutting and pasting off the internet is probably not the best option. So,
When, in regards to like correcting them, is there like a way we could email you one-on-one to see
sure.
what each of us needs to work on personally? Because
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
with mine, I sat there with the website window open and then Microsoft Word open on a new tab, and like, so I
Yeah,
just,
I'm happy to help. Whatever I can do to help you succeed. That's really, guys, my goal here. And that's why I just can't tell you, and I apologize if I came off defensively. I don't mean to be defensive. It's just really disheartening for a professor to read papers like that, because I almost feel like there was no effort put in. And that's not for everyone. So please understand that. But a lot of them was that way. And it wasn't one or two. That's why I'm giving everybody the opportunity to go back and look at it and say, can I fix this in some way? Can I put it in my own words? Like somebody was posting about asthma, and I can tell you guys, there's no way. I mean, it was higher level, like respiratory therapy language. So I just, and I know where it comes from because I read the site. So just be careful when you're writing. It's not a criticism, it's a learning. And that's why I'm doing this. I don't extend due dates usually, but I really feel like I want you guys to be successful. This is the first writing that we have. And I don't want you to fail. You've come too far to fail for cutting and pasting off the internet. So, and I will tell you, Dr. Brown has zero tolerance. So like just you're better off not doing it if you're going to cut and paste off the internet, because it just doesn't, it doesn't teach you, and it doesn't tell me that you understand the knowledge that you're presenting. Any questions on that? Okay, I will be taking attendance for, when I take attendance, I'm going to ask for your ID, and I'm going to ask you to adjust your camera. If some of you guys' cameras look fine, so I don't worry about those, and I want to see one page of paper, and I want to see your watches, because you guys are your wrists, because you guys can't be wearing electronic watches. All right, Jennifer A. I saw you somewhere. Hold on. There you are. Okay, good. I see your ID. Thank you. And you have a piece of paper? All right, I need you to rip the paper out. Just take one piece. And you have something blue on your desk. I can't see what it is. No, not that. It's like right in front of your computer. Is it your mouse pad? It's like light blue.
yeah.
Your mouse pad? Okay, that's fine, as long as it's not paper. All right, and let me see your camera. Yeah, that looks good. All right, Norma, I saw you. Great. Good, your camera looks good. Let me see your piece of paper and your wrist. Thank you. Ariel, I know I see you, but yeah, you're good. Everything looks good. Let me see your paper and your wrist. Good. Roxanne? I saw you somewhere. There you are. Okay, can I see your wrist? Great, piece of paper. Good. All right, just change the camera view so that I'm just looking directly at you. So I need to see part of your computer in there. Yep, good. All right, McKenna. Okay. Yep. Paper, you're good. Michelle. C. I saw you somewhere. There you are. Okay, go ahead. Okay, and your paper. Okay, good. Jamie. All right, Jamie, I'm going to switch your name because you're backwards on here. You're Kaufman, Jamie. Where'd you go?
Sorry.
There you are. No, you're good. Let me
Is me
rename
using
it.
my ID again?
Yeah, sure. Okay, you're good. Paper. Okay, good. Courtney. Okay. Good. Can you move the camera a little closer? Barbara, you still have your hand up. Can you take your hand down just so I know?
Oh,
if
I'm
you-
sorry.
No, you weren't. I just want to make sure during the test if you need me.
Okay, let me try to figure
I
out.
think it's at the bottom.
Okay, there.
All right, that's good, Courtney. Tiffany, I. Okay, Tiffany, I gotta fix your iPhone because it has to say Tiffany's in your last name.
Okay.
Tiffany, I, okay, and then Leah. Saw you somewhere. Leah?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
No, there you were. Thank you. Yeah, I saw you with I knew I saw you. Okay, you're good. Let me see your paper. Okay, good. Tiffany L. Good. Paper. Uh-huh. Okay, and I don't see anything on your wrist. All right, Kathleen. Okay. Paper, good. Good, Erica Martinez. Okay. Good. Jennifer M. No, Jennifer. Oh, there you are. Hi. Okay. And then let's see your paper. Good. All right, Barbara, I saw you. Where are you now? There you are. Great.
Quick question, Professor. Now
Huh.
that if you've seen our paper
Paper.
and checked off, can we do like an info dump?
I don't know what that means.
Like write down stuff we remember?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Barbara, can I see your paper? Your paper?
And just to let you know, they won't allow that on the NCLEX either. If you go to take your NCLEX and they find out that you did that, you do not pass. They come and they take your paper, escort you out of the room, and you can't retake. So don't get in the habit of doing that info dump, okay?
Macy. Where are you? I renamed you, so I know you're there. Okay. Good. Paper. You don't have a paper? Okay. You don't want it for math? Okay. Heather, okay. Hope. I saw you. There you are. Great. You're good to go. You know how to set up your computer. Good. Nothing on your wrist, right? Great. Tiffany. Tiffany Rose. I saw you somewhere. No. Oh, there you are. Okay. Can you put a little closer to the camera? Great. Okay. Paper. I just need you to tilt your phone down a little bit. Okay. Uh-huh. And then just tilt your phone down because I'm looking just at like your sidewall. Yeah, if you can leave it like that, that's good. That's good. Janice. Good. Paper. Alrighty, good. And nothing on your wrist. Thank you. Lamecca, I don't think we have. Okay. Priscilla, you have to fix your camera. I need to see the side of you and your
All right, I'm gonna have to sign in with my phone
okay.
because I'm sorry, I didn't know there was an exam today. I thought it was next week.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I'm gonna log in on my phone.
Okay.
One moment.
Antonio, I'm gonna rename you, okay, because you're Mr. Parker, and I need you to also change your screen because I'm just looking at your head.
Miss Alani, I'm here.
Yep, I
I'm
got
just-
you. Don't worry, I'm coming. Thank
Okay.
you. I don't know why you're not on my roster. Do you know why?
Because they put me in the day class.
Oh, that's
at-
right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Okay, so Antonio, I need you to switch your camera so it's to the side, not to the front. Because I gotta see your computer and your paper and your workspace. I can't hear you.
Sorry. I had logged in on my computer because I've been in California for the last 2 weeks. I just want to make sure I was actually able to get in. So
No, you worry.
I'm gonna log in on my phone as well so you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just make sure you log in. And then Abby, let's see, I see you. Let me see your ID. Okay, good. Paper. Great. Okay, good. All right, so Antonio, I'm waiting on you. We're not going to start until we get you situated. But what I'm going to tell you is a couple things. During the exam, if we need to pull you, we'll put you in a waiting room. So I need you guys to join that waiting room if you're pulled into that. When you are done, I will put you in the waiting room, but once you go into the waiting room, you have to show me your green screen, not the blue screen, the green screen. Once I see the green screen, I'll put you in the waiting room and then you guys are free to go, but I need you back at, let's see if we start now. I need you back at like 7:45. I'm not going to lecture. I want to go over a couple things that I think were bumpy this week. So I want to go over a couple things with everybody. Anything else that I have? Do you guys have any questions before we start? It's a 75-minute window you have. Hi,
Is
Harold.
it okay if we sign back on with our computer, or do we need to stay signed on the whole time?
You have to stay. Oh, no, just come back. But I will take attendance, guys, so I need you back at 7, what time did I say? 7:45. But Barbara, you can log out. You mean in between?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can log out. But just make sure you show me the blue screen before you go anywhere.
Go back 15 minutes before the end of class.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just gives everybody the 75-minute window. If we don't need that, I'll send a message to the chat, but if you guys are, just sort of check in around around like 7:30.
Do you mean the green screen instead of the blue screen?
Yep, it'll go blue and then it'll go green.
Okay.
Did I say blue? I meant green. Sorry. Thank you for that. Harold, do you have a question? Your hand's up.
Yeah, you didn't call my name or anything.
Well, that's not good. Why don't I have you? Oh, you're here. All righty. Where are you again? There you are. Yeah, you look good. You're set up. Let me see your paper and your wrist. Okay, paper. Okay, good. All right, so we're all set up. We're just waiting on one more student. Rox, I need you to switch your camera. I'm looking just at you.
Professor Lonnie is saying that it's waiting for you to let me in. I'm logging in on my
Okay.
phone.
Okay. That's better, Rox. Yeah, that's better.
Struggling.
Professor Apple, you okay taking these two that are having some troubles?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes,
worries.
ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna put them into a room with you, okay? Oh,
Okay.
wait a minute. Priscilla, you got it there. Let's see your ID. Good. You're good. Let me see your paper. Okay, pen, you don't have anything on your wrist. Okay, all right, so we're just waiting on Antonio, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
put-
I'm struggling to find the link. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I'm gonna put you in a waiting room.
Okay.
So you want to text me your code so I can
Yeah,
get him
well,
signed up?
yeah,
Okay.
well. Where did he go? Alrighty. Um.
Where'd it go?
All right, guys. So we are gonna have a passcode for our exam. So everybody log on and I'll give you the passcode. I need everybody's camera on though. Okay, we're all ready. All right, passcode is going to be lowercase p like Peter. The number 4. Capital D like dog. 3. Lowercase b. Uppercase K.
Did you say D and then a K?
I'm sorry, lowercase b like boy.
Okay.
Uppercase K like kite. If you have any trouble, just raise your hand and I'll help you.
Right.
Is this good, John?
I have a question.
I was told to come in this room.
Um,
Hi, what's going on? You're muted.
Is that where I'm getting it from?
Once you
From exam
restart, it should give you a resume code.
Do I haven't gotten a code yet. Do I get it through my email?
No, it
Or-
should be when you restart the exam, it'll say resume code.
Oh, okay. Let me close it off because it's not, I don't know what's going on. Okay. It just says, it's not sending me anywhere else. It's just like the beginning screen. It says exam password.
All right, we'll try putting in the passcode. P, lowercase p,
Lowercase p,
4,
okay,
uppercase D like dog,
D,
3,
3,
lowercase b like boy,
B.
uppercase K like kite.
Okay, now it let me.
Okay, so just,
All
I'm
right.
gonna take you out of the breakout room, put you back. But you have your other camera facing the right way or whatever, right?
Yeah, because I was
Okay,
on the other, on my phone.
okay,
Thank you.
okay.
finished.
Hey, what'd you say? I can't hear you.
Oh, it's finished. It's uploaded.
All right, so just wait, because it should give you, I didn't see a green screen. Did you see it?
It gave me the green screen, but then I had to get out of airplane mode to upload it, and then it sent me back to this.
All right, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I have to look at something.
Okay.
Okay, yours uploaded.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Tiffany, I need you to join the breakout room.
Me? Oh.
Hi, why is your screen going black? You're muted. Your screen blacked out for about 5 minutes.
I didn't touch it, so I don't know if it's Wi-Fi or what.
Do you
I
have
have
it on like do not disturb or something?
No, ma'am.
No. All right. Well, you're back on, so that's good. Just ignore the rest. I'm gonna send you back to the main.
I'm almost done. I got like 3 more questions.
All right. I don't know why it blacked out. Sometimes that happens, but I was trying to get you to come over, but I didn't see it. Hey there, you okay?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to let you know that I finished it.
Oh,
I didn't
good.
know if you needed me to say that in front of everybody else or not.
Nope, nope, you just show me your green screen and then I put you in the waiting room and then we'll see you at like 1:15.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know I missed one of my math questions and I'm so mad because I did it correctly if I was doing it in milliliters, but they asked for it in liters. I'm so mad.
Oh.
Yeah, and I can't go back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
What'd you think
So,
of it? Did you think it was hard or easy or what?
I'm kind of in the middle on it. I felt like a lot of them I knew, but I always say that and then I do poorly on tests, so I don't want to jinx myself.
So I won't ask you then. All
Thank
right,
you,
so
though.
you're done. Good. All right, I'll see you 1:15.
Okay, see you 1:15.
Okay, bye.
My computer just did this.
Click refresh screen.
I was like on question 42.
See if you can refresh.
It doesn't let me refresh. It just says start exam or return to dashboard.
Ooh. All right, hold on.
But I have internet connection, so I don't know what happened.
All right, hold on. I'll call ExamSoft and we'll just stay in this room with me. I'll call from my phone, but they may want you to call.
Okay.
An exam, press 1. If you need assistance taking an exam, press 2. If you are an administrator, please hold for the next available agent. Thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received.
Did you try to refresh again?
It doesn't give an option to refresh.
At the top, it doesn't?
No, because it's still like in Exemplify, like it doesn't nothing.
Oh, yeah, I see. Let me
Like
see,
it
what's that
doesn't
screen say?
It says no internet connection. But like, so when I was taking the exam, all of a sudden a blue screen popped up and it said loading, and then this popped up. But I have internet, so I don't know why it. I mean,
You
I
didn't
don't know.
submit your exam, did you?
No, I was like on question 42 or 43.
Okay.
It didn't even, it didn't, nothing like popped up to submit. It just said loading, and it was a blue screen all of a sudden, and then this popped up. It was, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for calling Exam Support. My name is Gilbert.
Hi there. My name is Jennifer. He said, turn off your computer and turn it back on again.
Oh, turn the whole thing off and turn it back on?
Turn the whole computer off and turn it back on? Yeah, power button until everything goes. Here, I'll put him on speaker.
Okay.
Power button off until everything goes off.
Okay. Okay, it's off.
All right, now turn it back on again, sir.
Yes, we can turn it back up. Now, you said this is for 40s, right?
Yeah.
If we get disconnected, is it okay to call you back to the same phone number?
Yeah.
And can you verify the email on your account, Jennifer?
Sure, it's Jennifer.Aloni.
It's just slipping.
It's just restarting, sir. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. What's it say, Hope?
It just says, let's finish setting up your device, blah, blah, blah. It just says continue, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what this means. I'll just say skip for now. Should I
Yeah.
just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what any of that means.
It's okay. Just let's see if we can get back to where we were.
Okay. Okay. So this is
Now-
my main.
Okay, so now she should click on exemplify again.
Oh, it's pulling up.
Hold on, it's loading something, she said.
It's exemplify. It pulled it up by itself. So hit okay.
It's, what does it say?
It just says this exam, like what it says in the beginning. It says this exam is not allowed backwards navigation. Please make sure you answer each question before moving on to the next question.
Okay,
It's
is
just
that
like-
okay? Say okay, sir. It says this exam
nothing.
cannot go backwards, that kind of stuff.
What does it say, sorry?
It says that this exam this exam does not allow backward navigation. Please make sure you answer each question before moving on.
Just like that prompt in the beginning of the exam.
Yes, that's just about the questions that they have to answer before moving forward.
Yeah, say
Go ahead
okay.
and continue.
Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm back where I was supposed to be.
Back where she was. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay, I'm back at question 40.
Is there anything else I could do at the moment?
No. All
Thank
right,
you.
bye, Hope.
Bye.
I'm done.
Okay, so I'm trying to I had to log back onto the Wi-Fi. I got kicked off the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Give me one moment. So it says retry upload. I'm logged back in. Let me turn this around. What all this is.
Oh, there you go. You're good.
Yeah, all right, good to
All
go.
right, see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Bye.
What time do you want us back?
Quarter of.
Quarter. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what, Antonio?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still
Since I
here.
have you here, for some reason, all your assignments are coming in late to me. So I don't know why. So I don't want to give you zeros for them because you're like 3 minutes late or something. But I have to give you zeros because I didn't touch base with you. And I wanted to touch base with you about something else too. Sorry, I was sick yesterday. I couldn't get to the Zoom.
No worries. I'm currently in California. I'm on assignment for last week. This week I go back home on Thursday, back to the East Coast. Been all in California time and staying in, as you can see, staying in a hotel. So,
So I don't know why you're like 3 minutes late on this stuff. I don't, because if you're in California, then you know the time. So
Yeah.
I'll if you're going back home, then I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I'll give you credit for last week's, and then this week's was like it's like 0.03 late. So you're like 3 minutes late. So I just need you to get the stuff in on time. And I don't know if it's just because you're a different time zone or whatever, but I'm willing to negotiate with it because I know you're 3 seconds late or 3 minutes late. So, but just try to get everything in on time, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it because
Okay.
like these last couple times I've been trying, just like you saw with the test. I'm doing everything and then I go to submit and it's like, oh, you're off the Wi-Fi. So I'm like, what is
Yeah.
going on?
Well, in a hotel that happens, right? Though, because
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is like iffy. So no worries. Don't worry about it. So I'll grade them. You have zeros currently, but it'll change.
Okay. Thank
I
you.
haven't graded. I didn't think I looked at. I don't know if I looked at your paper, but hold on.
No worries. I'll make sure
All
everything's
right.
good to go.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Am I good to get off here?
Harold, I put you in a breakout room. Can you join the breakout room? Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for coming back real quickly. I just wanted to go over a couple things because this week I got some strange emails. So I just want to make sure everybody knows where to look and stuff. So I sent you guys links through email, and then we posted recordings from the other professors. What happened this quarter, which is different than last quarter, is that the teachers were doing recordings just at the end of their lectures. So it wasn't a separate one like I did. So that's why some of them were just information from the that were recordings, but hopefully you guys got to listen to those. I want to also show you on the where we will look for announcements, because I had several people say they didn't see an announcement this week. So I'm not really sure why that is. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you where we get our announcements, and just look at this week's upcoming assignments. I'm going to do a recording for you guys, so we'll have that for this week, since obviously we're not going to be doing it. So I'll put it in student view for you. If you click under announcements, oops, let me just, okay, so like right here was exam review, and that's what it was titled, and this is where our other professors had their recordings right here. Okay, so several of you couldn't find them. With the Kahoots, they got locked yesterday. Dr. Lundy and Dr. Price were trying to fix that. I don't know if they did, but it didn't really matter. The Kahoots are like very minor when you're studying for an exam. I want you to know that. They're not really, shouldn't be your focus, okay? And so I just want to show you where announcements were. We're going to take a look at our syllabus and see what for this week. Ooh. What is it doing? Yeah.
I don't know if that's available for everybody to see, because I pull up my announcements and it doesn't say like exam review or anything on my page.
Okay, so I asked Dr. Lundy to look at it and she could see it. So I'm wondering what's the holdup? What is yours say?
Like I just have like week 3 was the most recent one, and then exam 1, and then Kahoots for review and study guide. Like I don't have the other one.
That's exactly what I'm seeing on mine too.
Yeah, the same was
and I can share my screen.
I didn't either. I didn't have all that either. I just had exam 1.
So it was posted. Can everybody refresh your screen and see if it, because it was posted on the 22nd at 1:59. Was anybody able to see it?
I was able to see it.
You were. So it's what I'm wondering. What's the deal here? Because Dr. Lundy was able to see it as well. She looked for me.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I still don't see it.
My old like med-surg teacher, she would have to look and see if she didn't give access to some students, and sometimes that was the problem. I don't know if that's
Okay. Let me just look and see when. I'm just showing you guys how I post it, and then it should go to everybody. Oh, why am I doing YouTube? It should have gone to everybody. So let me ask her about that. But it's fine. So I don't know what that is, because she's able to see it as well. So, but if that happens, I'd ask that you guys just reach out to me, and several of you did. So I appreciate that, because I didn't even know that you couldn't see it, because some can see it and some can't. So I've been doing announcements for several quarters at this point and haven't ever had this. So I don't know if there's some glitch or something. All right, so some announcements are showing.
To send a screenshot just for proof of it, maybe there's like a pattern.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Do you want us to send a screenshot?
No, let me see what IT says. Because this sounds like an IT system. If some see it and some don't, you know what I mean? So I'm glad some of you could see it, but everybody can see week 3 announcements. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see week 3. Yeah, so that's so weird. Can everyone see exam 1 under that? Exams this term are taken. Yeah, okay, so maybe
just not exam review.
Okay, that's weird. All right, well, let me see maybe I could have probably done something wrong. All right, so we're gonna take a look at our syllabus real quickly. And I just want to look over this week's work and what we're doing. So this week, we're gonna be talking about alcohol, tobacco, and we're gonna be talking about our vulnerable population, rural and migrant health. Okay, so you guys, this week you do have your case study for Healthy People group project. So is there any group that has not gotten together and gotten this done?
Miss Aloni,
Mhm.
Healthy Lives, sorry, not Healthy Lives,
Healthy
the
People.
ready to post, do we each have to individually post it for our discussion?
I think
Or-
so for grading, because I think the grade book
Okay.
won't recognize it unless everybody posts it. So even though you'll get the same, so the way the group projects works is everybody gets the same. You guys are gonna do a peer review on it. So then if anyone didn't contribute, it's a safe way for us to, a safe way for us to report back and forth to one another. So, but nobody will ever see it, but you'll get an overall grade, an overall group grade. But then individual on one part of the rubric. I want to emphasize again about the rubrics. Please use them. The discussions this week, like I said, I'm giving you until midnight on Thursday to submit them again. I'm going to erase all grades. Nobody will have a grade. So what I'm going to do is go back and regrade everybody on Thursday. I need you guys to really be sensitive to APA and not cutting and pasting. One of the references, somebody actually cut out of, I don't know what, but it was the book. And in the reference, they said insert edition number or something like that. So it wasn't even like, I don't even know where that came from. So be careful. I'm happy to take a look at anybody's if you think, but let me just pull up a website and so that we can go over this, because I feel like there was some confusion on this. Let me just pull up like CDC. Because a lot of you use CDC for the different conditions, and that was great. CDC is an awesome source. But so one of the things I hate.
Are you talking about this week's discussion that we just did?
Yeah. Yeah. So I spoke before the exam, and what I told everybody is I want you guys to be successful. And the best way to be successful is to make sure you're not cutting and pasting off the internet, because that won't withhold. It doesn't withhold at Fortis, and Dr. Brown, I know, will not tolerate that. So what I'm going to do is give everybody 2 more days to go through it. And if you cut and paste off the internet, this is your opportunity to change it. Okay. And then I will regrade everybody's at the end. So, because I saw this come up a lot. So I don't know if you guys, I mean, be honest with me, in other classes, are you allowed to, have you been doing that? Or is this just because it's the first assignment, you guys are testing out the waters? I don't know, because just anybody want to share with me? It was just so I understand, because I have never had this before. Nobody?
I know I have a hard time doing APA because I haven't really used it much. So that's probably why I had some mess ups in my discussion, which I'm going to go back and look into.
Okay, that's good. Thank you for your honesty.
I was also sick, so I forgot about my responses to my peers. So that's another thing that didn't help me out.
Yeah, sure. That's good. What have you guys had the experience in other classes where you're allowed to just do that? Because I have never had students do this, so that's why I don't know this class. If you guys took another professor that let you do it, I just don't know.
I mean, for the peer responses in other classes, it's usually just like the, hey, great post, fluff. That's the only thing that's different with your class that I've noticed is the citing and the peer responses. But in the body of it, it's always research based and stuff like that. And I've never had an issue like consistently through my grading. I can tell you I get taken points off for grammar and spelling. Like that's my thing. No matter how many times I run it through Microsoft Word and I check it, I don't know. I'm not great at like semicolons, commas.
And guys, I don't expect you to be writing a textbook. Remember that. I'm not looking for that at all. And I'm pretty flexible. I just can't be flexible on this. So let me just show you the website, and this is sort of what I saw. And guys, remember, it's not every single one of you, but it was the bulk of who I graded. So that's the only reason I'm going over with this with you. So for example, one of the posts said, lice are parasitic insects that can be found on people's heads and bodies, including the pubic area. So do you see how I'm taking that? Someone actually put this whole sentence in their discussion. Okay, so if I'm using the CDC website, that's fine. How could I rephrase this so that I'm not taking word for word off the internet? Anybody?
Parasitic insects, also known as lice, are commonly found on people's heads and bodies in areas including the pubic region. Like, just reword it.
Yeah, yeah. Or, in this sentence alone, really all that's important is where it can be found. So lice can be found on people's heads and bodies. It's an easy way to take that sentence and just restate it, right? And then when I do my whole thing at the bottom, you're going to put in parentheses where you got it. So for this one, it's the title, parasites dash lice, comma, and then you look at the bottom. Oops, look at the bottom, and it's CDC website. Where's the year?
It says last reviewed September 11, 2019.
Yeah, sorry, it's right in front of me. Thank you. So 2019. Okay, so that's how you would post that one. So I just wanted to sort of share that with you to make it easier for you guys. Like I said, I want you guys to work on that. In addition, this week you have your group projects, which I hope you guys have worked on, and that's going to be due. What else do we have to do this week? Attestations, which are due tomorrow. But we also going to look at our vulnerable population assignment, which is due in week 9. And we're supposed to review that tonight, but I told you I'm going to do a recording. I will post it tomorrow or Thursday for you guys to review. The 3 chapters we're covering tonight, as well as some information on that. And we'll start our class next week on that vulnerable populations project, because Professor Apple did a really good example of one. So any questions on what you guys have to do this week?
Is there any way that we could stay after to talk to you one-on-one about the discussion?
Sure.
When I went in to edit mine, it says that the editing has been disabled. Does that?
Yeah, it's because I haven't taken the scores off yet.
Okay.
I don't know if I scored your, did I? I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go in and delete the rubric so that you guys can make, or I'll allow you to edit it. I have to change the date on editing. That's probably why.
I have a question. Is the exam grades going to be posted tonight?
No, exam grades are not posted until the following Tuesdays, because Mondays are review days for the professors. We go over the exam together.
Just for final clarification on the group project post, you want everyone in the group to post as in the individual. Okay, so individual posts of the group.
But all the posts from, say, group 1 should all be the same, right? You guys are all
Yes.
submitting the same.
Yes.
So I don't
But
want
we
any
all-
extra work.
Okay, but we all need to post it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's
For
because
the
it's the
peer
way
rev-
Dr. Brown sees that you're submitting assignments.
Okay.
For
the
peer
format-
review-
No.
Go ahead, Michelle.
For the peer review, are we going to be assigned who we have to do, or
You're gonna
is
actually
it-
review the whole group. You give numbers, how the group worked together, and then at the bottom, you can put in certain things if you want. But I'm not gonna put that on you guys right now. The peer review, I think, I'll email it to you probably beginning of next week.
In regards to the APA format for the group project, since we're submitting it via discussion, how would the cover page work? We're not going to include a cover page in the discussion board?
So what you can do is you can save it as a Word document and attach it.
Okay, thank you.
That's your best bet, because that way, the spelling, the format. I mean, I don't worry so much about formatting, indenting and all this other stuff, but you just want to try to do your best on your APA format, because guys, that's a huge part of every rubric in this entire class. So it's just a way for you to get an extras. On this one, it was 6 points total, if 6 points and then 3 points and 3 points. So it's an easy way to get 6 points, if nothing else. Right. All right, so anybody that wants to stay on, I will stay on. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Tuesday. Please work on your group projects. Any problems, be in touch.
When is the discussion extension due? Like
Let's do
Thursday.
Thursday, midnight. So I will tell you, I will probably grade it Thursday, you know, Friday morning.
Professor Lonnie,
Mm-hmm.
I know we had discussed about talking after each class. And
Yeah, hang on, because I'm gonna pull you into a breakout room in 1 second.
okay.
Everybody else wants to talk to me about something else? Jen, you want to talk to me about anything? You do? Okay. And Antonio, you want to talk to me about something?
I'm good. I thank you. I
You good?
appreciate you.
Okay, all right, take care.
All right.
All right, so what we're gonna do is, ladies, just hang on, Jen and Ariel, hang on, okay? Because I had asked to meet with Priscilla, so just give me a second and we'll get out. We're gonna break together, okay? Alrighty, so good. Thank you for reminding me because I forget half of what I do in my life sometimes.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on, so.
There is,
figured
you know,
it-
and the paper, I know one of your classmates wasn't happy with me. The other thing is I'm from the East Coast. So when I'm unhappy about something, it's not very quiet. I come from New Jersey, and if you know anything.
I was born in Texas, but I feel like I'm from New Jersey because I've lived there most of my life, so I
So you know.
understand.
You know how
Sometimes
we
when
are.
sometimes when you say it, it's not that you're saying it like that, it just comes out.
It
that way.
does. And I have that a tendency, you know, I live in Colorado now and people, sometimes are like, why are you so mean? I'm like, I'm not mean. I'm just realistic, you know? So I want
Yeah.
to touch base with you and I appreciate you hanging on. So I know you are at risk and you were identified to me from, you know, from the previous class, I guess. Did you take this
Yeah.
class once before?
I did, yeah.
All right. So what was your feeling on the first class?
I don't want to, I mean, it was a lot to do with me too. Like, I guess I kind of, it was an online class and I kind of was like, well, online, whatever. But a lot of it, and I don't want to put like blame or anything, but
I don't even know who your professor was, so you can tell me. I don't even care.
yeah, like my professor, it seemed like she was just reading from like the notes. Like she actually did have her notes in front of her and she was just reading them. And it was like she was reading, but she didn't even understand herself what she was saying.
Okay.
So whenever
it was hard to understand.
It was hard to understand the concepts.
Mhm.
And community, and I've heard it from other students and other students that have taken it a second time too, that it's different. It's a harder class. It involves a lot of different aspects of the community. So even if you are in a community nursing environment, it's still hard to grasp. So when you get a professor too that doesn't understand the concepts and it's not really like you're teaching, you're learning. So it was hard, but
Well, how do you think we can succeed? So this test I'm worried about because you said you didn't even know you had it. So
No,
what happened with that?
I honestly thought that it was next week. It's just that, and it's no excuse, it's on me. I know that I have transitions going on and I have leadership and this class. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot on this week.
All right, I want
but,
you to be successful though. So what can I do to help you?
I just feel like you're doing it already. Like the way you teach and the way you interact and try to have us interact in the class as well. It helps a lot. Even with the Kahoots, I know you said, you know, that's kind of, you know, but it does, it's a good source of, you know, of review.
Okay.
Because even though I wasn't aware that we had a test today, I feel like I didn't do as bad as I could have done.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna wait on the grade, but I feel like I did know a lot of the stuff just by being in class with you and just by,
Applying what you know.
yeah, so
Okay.
it feels different this time. I know that you do understand the concepts and you're more involved with the students, and you're like with me, you're telling me you want me to succeed. So
What I want you to
it's
do is
different.
this. I want you to commit to meeting with me before the next exam. So that can be whenever you want. But what I want to do is I want to help you study for the next exam so that I know you can do well. Okay. And
Okay.
as far as your assignments and stuff, I think you're doing fine, right? I don't know that I graded your, what do
You
you think
didn't-
about your discussion?
You didn't grade mine. I was just pulling it up actually. As far
Let
as
me
I
pull it
could,
up while you pull it up so we can look at it together. Okay, hold on.
yeah. Let me go to it. Where is it?
It should be. Let's see. I can look at it different than you do, but let me see. I don't think I.
Yeah, I have to scroll all the way down because I was I was down there somewhere.
So you're in your professional development. You did great. So I was really happy with that.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, with the with the last semester, I was doing good in all my assignments and my projects and my discussions and all of that. It just came down to really that the first exam I didn't do well. I really didn't. I didn't pass the first and the first time I took this class, and then the HESI I didn't do good. But I feel like with that one, it was just I had technical issues at first. I couldn't get on, and it just threw me off because I started at the end of. I didn't start at the beginning with everybody else. I had to get out of the class and go to the dean and see if she could try to help me log on because it wasn't showing me that I had assigned or confirmed the access or whatever. So it took a while.
Okay.
And so that threw me off completely.
What I'll tell you is if you do well on the exams, exam 1, 2, and 3, you'll usually do well on the HESI. So because it's not that the HESI is based on the exams are based on the HESI, but it kind of like prepares you like this is the content I should know. We'll do a HESI review too. So don't worry, we'll make sure we do that. But what we're going to plan going forward is we're going to meet before our next exam, but I'm going to leave that on you. You got to contact me and say, can we meet? And let me pull up, I'm going to share your paper that you just handed in with me so we can look at it together.
All right.
Then there we go. Okay, so signs and symptoms include. All right, so remember, okay, signs and symptoms. All right, so in my opinion, I haven't checked your websites, but it looks like you probably wrote the bulk of this because you're using words that I know you would know.
Yes.
But just be careful, like something like this one, wearing a medical or brace is important in case of sudden asthma attack. If you wrote that sentence, that's okay. But I feel like maybe you might have taken that out of something. And the way I can tell that without checking your references is kind of in case of sudden asthma attacks is wording to me. I'd be surprised if you would use that kind of wording. But if I'm not
As a
saying
sentence,
you
yeah.
didn't, but I'm just saying to me right away reading that, I'm like, something doesn't sound right. Because the other ones,
Right.
like wearing a brace can help the child. Like if you just said a brace can help the child, like, you know what these sentences mean. But when I see it like this, I get worried that you're taking it off of some site. And you did good down here. You did this good down here. So all I would do is up here, just reword some of your
Just
stuff.
reword it.
Reword it. And then at the end of where you say scoliosis, right here, you put a parentheses, right? And then you put, what are the signs, comma, 2022.
Okay.
Because that's our website. And then that's telling me that you know what you're talking about and you're giving credit where credit's due, because that's really half the battle. If you say this is where I got it from, then I mean, I can't fault you on that. Let's look at your responses. I mean, I like your responses too, to be honest with you. All I would have asked you to do is get something to back it. Like,
A reference, yeah.
some sort of backing for it, you know what I mean? But don't stress too much about that. Go up there and fix that. You're working on your group project. I know you'll do well, you said, on your assignments. Anything I can do, if you don't understand something, but I'm gonna meet with you weekly, okay, after class, and what we'll do is we'll just touch base about the week, see like, what do you need help on, and then we can do it together.
Yes.
Is that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I
All right, so-
appreciate it.
Yeah, so let's do that, and you know, just work on your work for this week, and you know, and that's about it. I think you can do this. I've had students take my class, you know, take the class twice, but you can do it. I mean, you've come this far, you know, you want to put everything you got in it, because I'll tell you what, being a nurse is not, you know, it's not easy. And you can't say, well, I don't feel like doing it. I don't, you have to do what you got to do for your 12-hour shift, if that's what you work, right? And give it 100%. All right, so we'll meet next week after class. You know, text me or email me or whatever if you need something.
Okay, I appreciate you, Professor.
Okay. All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, is there a general question, or is it specific for you guys? Specific.
Yeah. Mine's just over the discussion.
Alrighty, so let me pull up, do you guys have something to do, or are you guys both flexible? Because I can meet with somebody at another time if you don't want to wait for me, but, all right, I'll take you, Jen, I'll take you and open up yours, and we'll look at yours together, okay? Let's go to a breakout room though. Sorry, that's my husband. He's loud when he laughs. Okay, open all rooms. And I'm gonna join you. Alrighty, so what, do you want to go over it with me, or you have questions, or what?
So mine's just kind of like over like the APA. So I did it how I did it last quarter for like maternity, when we had to do them every week.
Okay, let me pull yours up while we're talking, okay, so I can look at it.
No, you're fine. I'm doing the same thing.
Because I want to go over it with you, and I feel like I probably graded yours because you're like me. I always get in
I
the
got
top.
a 9/20 on mine.
Yeah, 9 out of 20. Okay, let me look at the rubric and see. All right, so I will tell you, the first thing that I look at when I see this is that you had to do teaching, and I don't see any teaching on here.
Like, I remembered that, but by the time that I remembered that I didn't do it, it was already past the due date.
Yeah. So what I would say is that's, hold on one second. I got to go back to you. Why can't I pull up your rubric? Hold on one second. I'm going to pull, but I'm sure that's why you got what you got. And not enough information really. Like, so you're giving me signs and symptoms is good, but almost like half of this was telling about what you would teach. So when you're doing these things, that's probably why, but let me just pull you up again. Hold on.
Because I know the comment said no APA in that or the responses. So the responses, I didn't know we had to have APA in.
Okay.
So I'll change from now on.
Okay. And what I want you to look at is in your actual, here, I'm going to share the screen with you so you can see it.
Okay.
All right, so on this right here, as soon as you talk about scoliosis, because you and I both know that you didn't write the causes of scoliosis in the whatever early 1900s, right? So right here, when you're done writing about it, you put at the end a parentheses, the first couple words of the website, comma, and then the date, and that will tell me that you're giving proof where proof is done.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
for some of this, like, I checked your websites, and I believe you were one of the ones at the website. Let me just look. No, you got that on your. Yeah, I gave you credit on your responses as much as I could with the APA, because you didn't have spelling or grammar, so that was okay. You submitted on time, but you didn't give a, like, so here. I unfortunately got head lice when I was in elementary school. Luckily, no one else in my house got it. At that point, I was so close to wanting to shave my head off. Hopefully, nobody gets it again. Do you see why that's like not giving me any connections to anything really? It's just kind of like your opinion.
Gotcha.
Does
Okay.
that make sense? So on our rubric, when it says submits connections made with relevant explanation and detail, that means you could say that, but then find something about lice, like I found lemon juice takes it away, because you read it somewhere, or did something
Gotcha.
on it. Okay, just some support there. So that's why
Okay.
you wouldn't have gotten enough credit on there. And then under your initial post, I couldn't give you any because all you did was give me the sites at the bottom, but that means nothing, right? Because you got to put them in there somewhere.
Okay.
But I'm okay with the way you wrote it. I mean, it's fine. I have no problem with the listing of it. And I see you did the same on each one. So that tells me you wrote it, because it'd be odd to find that on every single website. So you're fine as far as that's concerned. If you go back and do some teaching on it, that'll get you more credit. And make sure wherever you're getting the information from, because if you can't come up with some way to teach, I don't expect you to. I just want you to look for a source that'll help you.
Okay. So
That makes sense?
like putting it at the end of like each thing is where I was confused.
Yes.
Like when
Yeah.
we did it in like in OB, we would just put it on there, and then our
Okay.
references for each one would be listed. They didn't
Okay.
require us to put like the parentheses and stuff.
Okay.
So that's
So
where I was
good.
confused, but that makes sense. So
Good.
okay.
Well, and I'm glad that you told me that. That's what I was trying to figure out, like, is nobody, you know what I mean? Because once you
Right.
get to this level, that's what they expect. That's the expectations they put on me for you guys. So that's why I was trying to find out today what was going on. Does nobody,
Gotcha.
so this may be the first class where a lot of you guys are doing this. And trust me, I'll be very flexible on APA if I see anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
even if the way you phrase it is wrong, but you put a date or something, I'll give you credit, I just
Okay.
need you to give credit where credit's due. Does that
Gotcha.
make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So go back and just fix it. And like I said, your grade, I'll change all grades, but
Okay.
on Friday morning.
Okay. And you said that you're gonna go back and change it to where we can edit it. So then we'll just go back in and edit the post.
Yeah,
We
I'm
don't
gonna
have
do that right now. I'm putting a star right. You know what? I'm gonna do it while I'm talking to you, so I don't forget.
Okay.
Because that way I can make sure. I sometimes forget when I'm changing things.
I do the same
Let's
thing.
see.
I'm thinking about it and I have to do it, or else I won't remember it.
No, I won't. And what happens is I set it all up at the, the beginning of the quarter, right? So all these things, and they're, Fortis is very particular about due dates and times and calendars and all this other stuff. So that's why I try to get it all in for you guys so that you have it. And then, but see, when I have to change it, like right now, I would forget. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna edit it. You guys are gonna be allowed to do it until Thursday at midnight. And so see, I want you to go in there and see if you can try to change it.
Okay. Let me refresh the screen just so.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to change anything. You just type a letter in there, but just so that
Let
I
me.
know it's fixed.
Sorry, now I have to find it again.
No, you're fine. It's under modules and then all the way down.
Yeah. I'm just trying to scroll through all the responses. That way I can actually find mine. Okay, there it is. So it says that it's still disabled. So I went out of it instead of just refreshing the screen. So let me see
Okay.
if that.
It should let you. Oh, it's saying groups can. Is it letting you or no?
It says that edit is still disabled on my end.
Let me change something. All right, see now.
Okay.
Let me get out of here and see if that'll help.
It still says edit is disabled.
Right. All right, let me talk to Dr. Lundy. Because what I might have to have you guys do is just like cut and paste what you have into like a Word document, and then you'll send it to me in email, but I hope I can change it so it's not that hard. Because you should be able to highlight, right? You can highlight your discussion and paste, copy it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I'll let you know. I'll send an email to everybody tonight.
Okay, sounds
Okay,
perfect. Thank
all
you.
right, take care. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All righty, yeah, thanks for your patience. I'm back.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Do you want to take a look at your paper and see where you could improve?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pull it up. Hold on. Hmm. I don't think I graded yours.
Yeah. You
I
did.
did. I did? Can I find out? Was that a little person? They sound little.
Okay, Mama.
That's good. You know your ABCs. I hear that. All right.
Go for a little. Mommy will be right there, okay? Thank you. Come on.
Oh, why can't I find this? I don't, it's very strange because I'm not seeing yours graded, but let me look at something. I bet that's why. Mm. Oh, no wonder. I changed the things on it, so I'm wondering if it blacked yours out.
Yeah, because when I look at it now, it doesn't show me the assignment.
Let me go back and change what I changed, because that's probably why. There it is. Okay. It's because I took them out of there. That was why. Okay. Okay. Let me share with you. All right, so you got 15, and I said there was a great deal of content without APA references. So all throughout here, you had one reference that you cited. There's one right here.
There's one in the
Yeah, one
second.
right here. I see it, but I'm a little concerned, and I'll tell you why, because this is a ton of information. Are you telling me that you could say all this in your own words?
So yeah, so I actually like sit there with the browsers open and then the Word document on one side, and I go through the document, like finding points that will help bring my point along, and then I take that sentence and I reword it and I stick it in my document in a different word. Like that's how I work with it.
Okay,
Always.
so I'm gonna pull this up just as an example, and I'll show you why in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, so when we look at asthma in children, asthma is a serious disease causing wheezing, difficulty breathing, and coughing. Where's your thing about asthma? It's up here. So basically, you're just taking this first sentence here, and you're just saying the same thing in your paper, which is fine because you added a couple things in there. So I'm not so worried about that so much. But as we go along, childhood or pediatric asthma is the same that adults can, but can have different manifestations. In pediatric asthma, lungs can become easily inflamed during illness due to allergic things such as pollen. So let's see where that is on here, because
It could be from a different site because I use like 3 or 4 for asthma.
so this is where I get a little worried. So you just said you use a different site for asthma, right?
Yeah.
But that was your site that you gave me at the bottom.
No,
And
there's
this one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But where is your citing in here of your different sources?
Okay. So you want me to like go through and add the
Where you
different
got,
websites?
because this is a ton of information.
Okay.
You know, and that's good. It's good to have a lot of information. But I will tell you some words that make me a little concerned are things like symptoms of asthma in children are broad, and sometimes pediatrics can go long periods without suffering from an asthma attack. I'm not sure where that data is coming from, but that's a pretty sophisticated sentence, which you may have done, but that's not coming out of your brain, right? That's coming out of a website somewhere.
I think that the issue and the confusion is that this higher form of thinking that you are talking about is something that I do. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you. I could show you like 30 papers and the wording is gonna be like that throughout. I'm not trying to like,
and that's spectacular. If that's how you write, then that's fabulous. But you got to give me some source to see where you're getting the information from, right? Because it's not coming out of your brain.
Right.
Right? So I have
Yeah.
nothing in this whole entire paragraph. We have tons of information. I have no proof that where even how you came up with it. Does that make sense to you?
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not so worried about the sophistication of your writing, because a lot of people do write very sophisticatedly, but a lot of things that are here are sort of triggering me when I'm reading it. Like, I would run and check that website because I'm like, maybe you're writing it yourself, and I don't doubt you are. So, but you know, not everyone has that kind of writing. So it's not personal to you. I just have to assume, right? I have to check everyone's writing, make sure that they're using their own words and citing their sites.
Yeah,
and blah,
no,
blah, blah, blah.
I get what you're saying. So I think that the confusion for me is that when I was taught APA, it was that the only time you need to do an in-text citation is when you take like the phrase directly from the website. But now now I guess I was confused on that. Now you're saying that if the information is reworded in my own words, I still need to give you a website so that you know that I didn't pull these statistics or these things from my memory.
Right, so what you're talking about is when in APA, when you put in quotation marks, when you pull the words word for word out of there, then you have to give the source, but you also have to give the page number, because you're saying, I'm taking this is not my own words, this is coming from another source, and here's the source, and here's the page, and so you give full credit to the author, because, but when you're writing papers like this one, you don't want to really do that, because you want to show to the professors that you understand the content.
Right,
Does
so
that
when
make
it's
sense to you?
research, yeah, so when it's research based, it's still important to go through and cite each individual website as I'm switching between websites and rewording sentences.
And I would tell you something, this is very sophisticated what you did, so you don't have to be this detailed. So if that
Okay.
helps, you don't have to be this detailed. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for signs and symptoms, and I'm looking for what are we going to teach them.
Okay.
And that's on the rubric. And so if you give me those, then I'm good. You don't have to write a whole paper. This isn't a whole paper. It's just a discussion board. And I didn't want you guys spending a whole lot of time on it, but then what's happening. And I do not say it's you, so understand that. But a lot of people were just sort of doing, like I showed you, they take this and then right here, cut and paste this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I can see
You understand?
where that happens, because you can see like.
And I have to be honest with you, I've never had this before teaching this class, so that's why I didn't understand, because it'd be one thing if it happens every class, but I've never had this before.
I understand, because as I was picking peers to respond to, there were certain ones that like had like the above like hyperlinks and stuff like that looked like you would only get that if you like literally hit copy and paste, and that's why I didn't respond to certain people when I was doing it, because I could see like that it was straight from an internet site. So I
like that you say that, because like you see how common sense it is.
Yeah,
like the hyperlinks right there, like what what I mean. I don't even have to check the source to know that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
yeah, I noticed that.
So that, and I wouldn't worry too much about your writing. You did fine. Like you did fine. If you cite your sources, that tells me you understand. And in your responses, next time you put the APA in there and just, that's it. Then you're good.
Okay. All right.
All right. Have a good night. Thanks for your patience tonight.
My mom wants me to brag that my writing is advanced because she's an author. She's been saying it in the corner for like 5 minutes. She's like, well, your writing
Well,
is
your mom, if she's an author, she knows she wants credit for what she wrote. Tell her that. She wouldn't want somebody saying, hey, look what I wrote when I didn't write it, right?
Yeah, I get it. No, it's
no, but your writing is wonderful, and that's a real asset for you, because the further you go in nursing, the more papers you write. So if you can write that well, then that is a wonderful thing. All you have to do, you make sure, is you give credit where credit's due, so that there's no confusion. Did you come up with this yourself? Where did you get this? Did you read it from a book? Did your mom tell you? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that makes
so
perfect
tell your
sense.
mom she's done a great job teaching you then.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.